Welcome to the news headlines this Palm Sunday. An Israeli airstrike hit Gaza's Al-Ali hospital, destroying its emergency unit and forcing the evacuation of critically ill patients with allegedly only minutes' notice. At least 3 people died. Israel claims the hospital was a Hamas command center. Gaza officials condemned the strike, calling it part of a systematic effort to cripple healthcare infrastructure. Meanwhile, Israel's military has expanded ground operations in Gaza, displacing 400,000 people and designating over 2/3 of the strip as no-go zones, pushing civilians into a narrow strip at the Mediterranean coast. Civilians face worsening conditions amid overcrowding, hunger, and disease. Israeli Defense Minister Katz says parts of Gaza will remain under Israeli control, pushing for voluntary migration from Palestine as the humanitarian crisis deepens. The Palm Sunday Mass was led by Cardinal Leonardo Sandri, who read the Pope's homily where the Pope renewed his urgent appeal for peace in Sudan, where the civil war enters its 2nd year. He condemned the ongoing violence and called on the international community to provide humanitarian aid to the millions displaced and facing starvation. The conflict, a brutal power struggle between the Sudanese army and the Rapid Support Forces, has claimed thousands of lives. Recent attacks on displacement camps in Darfur have left over 100 dead, including children and aid workers. The Pope also prayed for Lebanon and for peace in Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, the DRC, Myanmar, and South Sudan. His appeal comes as Russian airstrikes on Ukraine's Sumy region killed at least 32 people on Palm Sunday. Chinese President Xi Jinping warned, "There is no winner in a tariff war," as Beijing hit back at U.S. duties and sought stronger ties with the EU and UK. Speaking with Spain's Prime Minister Sanchez, Xi urged collaboration and free trade, while sealing new export deals, signaling a strategic pivot as China avoids simultaneous trade conflicts. However, the UK has effectively shut China out of its steel sector after Chinese-owned British Steel rejected a £500 million aid package to save jobs and the local industry. Business Minister Jonathan Reynolds said emergency legislation was needed to protect national interests, blaming Jingi Group's refusal to act for forcing direct government intervention to save key UK blast furnaces.